your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away. Get 0% APR on the Santa Fe, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Only at your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Proud
Breakthrough card.
Like ours, with 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more.
Plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases.
And with greater spending potential, Sam can keep making smart ideas.
A brilliant reality.
The new Ink Business Premier Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
In a league of their own, the NBC4 I-Team, getting results for you.
Right now at 4, there is a new sheriff in town. Robert Luna will be the next sheriff of LA County. Alex Villanueva has conceded, and now new numbers just in for the race for mayor in Los Angeles.
Plus a windy day all across our area, but how long will it last? Details in your First Alert forecast.
And they're not loving it. Why these fast food workers went on strike today.
NBC4 News at 4 starts now.
And we begin with Decision 2022. New numbers just released and a change in leadership in the LA County Sheriff's Department. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Carolyn Johnson.
And I'm Colleen Williams. Michael Brownlee is off today. Sheriff Alex Villanueva conceded his race against Robert Luna this afternoon. Villanueva down 20 points in the latest count. NBC4's Anusha Rasta joins us live with more on the concession. Anusha?
Colleen, that's right. He did concede, but not before criticizing the media, the LA County Board of Supervisors, and the district attorney during a press conference this afternoon here at the Hall of Justice. Now, Alex Villanueva accused these groups of creating false stories about him and his department for political reasons and during the campaign. Villanueva also presented a list of his department's accomplishments in a PowerPoint presentation touting achievements in regards to homelessness, emergency response times, and work during the COVID-19 pandemic. The sheriff also became quite emotional at the end of his speech. He was comforted by his wife. He wished his opponent, Robert Luna, well, but continued to make several more critical comments about the LA County Board of Supervisors.
The Board of Supervisors realized that I would make decisions based on principle. So when you're a corrupt enterprise, the last thing you need is a sheriff who's going to make decisions based on principles and evidence. So that is very telling about the outcome. My fate was decided by that board that day because they realized I was not going to negotiate principles at all. We're going to go based on facts and evidence.
Sheriff Villanueva is did release a brief statement after that concession, thanking the sheriff, but also saying that he looks forward to starting the job. Reporting live from downtown Los Angeles, Anusha Rasta, NBC4 News.
And NBC4 political chief Conan Nolan joins us now from the newsroom. Conan, the numbers never were in Villanueva's favor, but he described his loss as a loss for democracy. What's your take on his concession speech there?
Well, I was in that room 4 years ago when Jim McDonald, the sheriff Alex Villanueva defeated, gave his final press conference where he made the point that Mr. Villanueva 4 years ago was elected with support from the California Democratic Party and the president pro tem of the Senate, Kevin De Leon, and the deputies union. And so Mr. McDonald pointed out those two groups are in conflict when it comes to law enforcement, and he was right. I think voters and certainly independent voters got tired of Mr. Villanueva saying that everyone else was responsible for whatever problems occurred at the Sheriff's Department. He blamed the Board of Supervisors. He blamed the media, didn't talk to the LA Times, for example. He blamed the district attorney. He blamed the governor. And the consternation, filing lawsuits against each other, I think was just too much for the voters.
All right, what about some of the other close races? Any new numbers coming in on those?
I'm glad you asked. We do have a new number in the race for mayor of Los Angeles. Karen Bass is again pulling away. This just in moments ago with 68% of the vote total having been counted now. She's up with 53% of the vote. Her total is now, she has a lead of about 36,000 votes. When we last talked yesterday, it was 29,000, and she's been increasing that lead ever since a week ago Tuesday. So again, We're not calling this yet, but it's getting very close. If you're Rick Caruso, this is very disappointing news. He has been trending in the wrong direction since the mail-in ballots have been counted and continue to count. This is the last day for them to get any kind of ballot that's been postmarked on Election Day. Karen Bass feeling very comfortable here. Her lead is growing, so it looks like she's going to be the 43rd mayor of the city of Los Angeles. In the meantime, LA County Supervisor District 3, again, this is an upset. Lindsay Horvath increasing her lead marginally now, but she's the West Hollywood City Council member who has a lead over Bob Hertzberg, the state senator. She is a progressive, and it appears that she is going to win this race. That is an upset. The race for LA City Attorney, Finance Attorney Heidi Feldstein Soto has opened up an 83,000 vote lead over progressive candidate Fazil Gill. That's pretty much, you can put a fork in that one pretty much. That one's over. And in the race for the who controls the House, Katie Porter's her numbers are shrinking just a bit. She has about a 4,000 vote lead over Scott Baugh, but it appears she's going to hang on to that. 80% reporting. We haven't called that, though. Scott Baugh's campaign still thinks that they have a chance, and it does look like the GOP is going to still take a slight majority in the House as we go to Ken Calvert's district. He maintains the lead over Will Rollins. AP has called that for Calvert. We haven't. Still too close, but again, it looks like the Republicans are going to have a slim majority in the U.S. House of Representatives. And of course, we're expecting something out of Mar-a-Lago in about 2 hours from now, with Donald Trump deciding apparently to announce for another candidacy for 2024.
And we will bring that to you when that happens. Again, that's expected around 6 o'clock our time. Conan, thank you. Well, this is a first for the city of Long Beach. Voters elected the first black mayor of the city. Richardson's opponent, Susie Price, conceded earlier today. Here's a look at the latest numbers for you. Rex Richardson ahead there, 55% of the vote. Susie Price with 45%. Earlier today, we did ask Richardson about this historic achievement.
Growing up, moving here from Alabama.